Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Technically T here, and today we're going to finally get into my iPhone 7 Plus review. Now, I have been using the 7 Plus since the very first day it was actually available to purchase in stores. I did the whole 3 a.m. in the morning pre-order thing, got it on day one, so I have been using the phone a little bit over a month. So I just wanted to give you some of my thoughts and impressions since owning the device during that time period. So first, we're just going to start with a few basics. As you already know, I do have the 256 gigabyte version, AT&T matte black iPhone Plus. Now, this year Apple has basically doubled all their configuration sizes from last year. So last year you had 16, 64, and 128. This year you have 32, 128, and 256 gigabytes version that you can choose from. Like I said, I got a 256. Am I going to use the whole 256? Probably not, but I bought the 256 basically so I can have enough space for whatever I want to do personally. So there goes that. This year, Apple did add two new colors, one being this matte black color and the other being your shiny jet black. Now, a heads up for the people who are anticipating getting that jet black, Apple did put a statement on their website saying that they will develop a little bit of micro scratches and micro abrasions over time. But from the few friends that I know that have the jet black version, they've said they've been holding up very well through day-to-day use without a case. So if it was me, I would get a case just to be sure. But there have been reports that the jet black does do pretty good without protection. So leave that how it is. Next, we're going to go ahead and jump into the main elephant in the room. The main thing that everybody was talking about when they first announced the iPhone was no, there is no headphone jack. Now, personally, to me, I haven't found this to be too much of a big deal. They actually come with some headphone adapters that come with the lightning cable. So all you would do is just use it straight like this. No, you can't charge your phone and listen to music at the same time. But like I said, this hasn't really given me a big issue because usually when I'm at work, the iPhone Plus gives me more than enough battery to last through the day. So I haven't really found this a complete issue to where I need to charge my phone and listen to music or play a video at the same time. Now, if you guys do have those pair of Beats or whatever pair of headphones that you have that still takes the 3.5 millimeter headset jack, Apple does include in the box a 3.5 millimeter headphone adapter. So you just plug that in there and then plug your headphones in there like such. So it is pretty cool that Apple did include this in the packaging. It's actually, if you lose this, it will be $9 to replace it in the Apple store. So once again, no, there is no headphone jack. And that's something that you have to live with. To me, I have Bluetooth in my car. I have Bluetooth Beats. So everything is shifting towards Bluetooth these days. So some people, you're really not that dependent on the 3.5 millimeter headset adapter. Me, like I said, it wasn't a big deal for me, but I do know a lot of people where that is a deal breaker. Next, we're going to get into the new Touch ID sensor. So this year, Apple has basically made the Touch ID sensor more of a solid state software related button to where you will press it and it emulates, it gives you a little taptic feedback. It'll emulate that you think you pressed the button, but it's not actually a button. It's basically all software. But to me, I think this is the best Touch ID, the best home button Apple has made. It was a little bit different to get adjusted to when I first got my hands on it. I was like, man, this is really weird. But the more I used it and the more I got used to it, it actually became, pretty good on my day-to-day usage. Apple does give you the ability, and I'm trying to find it in the settings, home button. If you go to your home button, it does let you choose from 3 different click styles. So you have 1, 2, and 3. 1 being the softest and 3 being the hardest. I like to keep mine on 3 so I actually can feel when I press that home button. So to me, I think, like I said, this is Apple's best iteration of a home button. To me, it's one less thing that could possibly go wrong with your iPhone since it's more of a solid state software related button. And when the actual iPhone is off, you can press the button. You can't press the button. When the iPhone is off, the button just feels like it's just a solid state button. Nothing's there. You can't press it. You can't do anything to it. But once you power that iPhone on, then you will get that taptic feedback when you press the home button. As in speed, it's fast as it always been. As you can see, you tap it, go, not an issue there. But that is Apple's new home button. Next, we're going to get into one of the main selling factors for iPhones, and we're going to skip over to that camera. Now, this year, Apple does have a 12 megapixel camera with the two dual lenses. You have one lens that's a wide angle and the other one that's a telephoto lens. It'll give you optical zoom ×2, and then anything after that it'll be digital, up to 10 times digital. So your FaceTime camera is upgraded up to 7 megapixels for all you selfie lovers and everything like that. There you go. You got a little more quality when you take those selfies. Now, there is a big update that's coming out, 10.1, that enables portrait mode to where you get a bokeh effect, more so like a DSLR effect when you take pictures. And I will post those pictures in the description, or I might just flash them in the video here whenever you see them. But they do shoot a very high quality bokeh effect. And if you don't know what bokeh effect is, basically what it is, you have your main focus in front of you and the back is all blurred out to give it like a DSLR quality. So it's a very rich picture, very nice. If you guys follow me on social media, I have posted a few portrait shots that I've taken so far. But big update, big upgrade for the camera. I think that's the main selling point over the 7 Plus against the 7. And it's only available if you have these dual lens. So once again, dual lens, got a little bit of upgrades here. 7 megapixel camera up there. That's it basically for the camera. Next, we're going to get into performance. Now, this iPhone now has a A10 processor. Now, on paper, you're just like, what is an A10 processor? How much faster they rated up to 40 times faster than the 6S Plus. Now, when I first got the iPhone on day-to-day uses, I said, yeah, it's pretty snappy, but the 6S Plus was also snappy too. But the more you get to multitasking and switching from app to app, you do see the slight speed difference between your 7 Plus and your 6S Plus. So to the average user, no, you may not see it, but me, I'm dealing with different phones all the time on a daily basis. And to me, I could tell the slight speed difference and the bump coming from that A9 to the A10 in the 7 Plus. So there was a performance boost in that category. Next, the iPhone 7 Plus now is IP67. Now, I thought about doing a water test on my channel. For some reason, I feel like I just can't dip my phone in a bowl of water. I just feel like something's gonna go wrong, but maybe if I get it requested after this video, if everybody's saying do a water test, I may actually do a water test on camera. But it is IP67, water and dust resistant, so you don't have to worry about that. Apple and iPhone have finally enabled some water resistance and dust protection to the iPhone, so that is always a plus in my book. Next, we do have brand new stereo speakers. Now, this is one of the biggest improvements I think they have made with the new iPhone. I love the stereo speakers all the way back from the HTCs to the Nexus phones. I love front-firing stereo speakers. Now, the speakers do have one here and there's one down here at the bottom. So this one technically isn't front-facing. So this one is, you might have to do sometimes if you listen to a movie, you might have to do a cup effect to get the whole full stereo sound. But the sound has improved a lot. Let me just see if I can go to a YouTube. Well, I'm on airplane mode now, so I don't have to get notifications and everything. But the sound is great on the video. Big improvement over any iPhone in the past. Love it. Use it on a daily basis when I'm watching my YouTube, when I'm playing music, if I'm just somewhere in the bathroom or somewhere and I can sit my phone down and play music. It's loud enough for what I need to do. And I know a lot of you people consume a lot of media when it's coming to the 7 Plus. So that will be a big heads up when you are using your 7 Plus. Next, we're going to get into display. Now, iPhone is still rocking that 1080p display. It is one of the best 1080p displays in the market, and they are advertising this one to have 25% more light and a wider color gamut. Now, to me, personally, I can't tell. If you gave me a 6S Plus and put them side by side, I may be able to tell the difference, but using it on a day-to-day basis, I can't really tell. All I know, this is a great screen. No, it isn't your Super AMOLED 1440p or whatever when it comes to your Galaxy phones. Those are excellent screens. Not taking anything from it, but this is an excellent 1080 screen as well. Definitely do not sleep on it. So overall, the iPhone 7 Plus is another solid product. I have people ask me every day, should they upgrade from the 6S Plus and get the 7 Plus, or the 6S to the 7? To me, you know, people are always gonna say, just wait to the next version, just wait to the next version. Yeah, that may be the case, but for me, when you have the stereo speakers coming from the 7 Plus, heads, you know, that's a big improvement for me. The camera, which is major. I go to a lot of car shows. I got to do a lot of things. I got a little niece now, so I'm always going to be taking pictures. And to have that portrait effect, that's almost a #1 seller for me. Next, you have the matte black color. I mean, this color is just so dope. We've always wanted an all black iPhone. And to me, we finally got it, and it's such a beautiful phone. I mean, you got the performance bump. Anything where it's a little upgrade, to me, it's an upgrade. I don't care if it's the smallest thing. To me, it's an upgrade. Should you upgrade? You have to just see, you know, what you use on your day-to-day basis. The no headphone jack may be a deal breaker for you. So that's just something to think about when you're considering upgrading, that if you do rely, you know, on charging your phone and listening to music while you're in the car, there could be an issue for you because you can't do that anymore. They do make adapters. They do make a Belkin adapter. I may get one and do a review on it. They do make a Belkin adapter that will stick in here and give you both a 3.5mm headset and a lightning port. So that may fix some of the issues as well. So everybody who's just fussing about no headphone jack, don't get that too twisted in your head, because they do offer accessories out here and everything that will satisfy those people who actually still need that 3.5mm headset adapter. So overall, like I said, this is my review of the iPhone 7 Plus. This is my first phone review, so it may be a little shaky. It may be a little bit all over the place. I'm trying to develop a structure to how I do my phone reviews, but I just wanted to get this one knocked out for you guys. I know a lot of my friends have been asking me my thoughts and everything on the iPhone 7 Plus, and I really hope that this video helped you in deciding if you want to get an iPhone 7 or you want to stick with your 6S Plus. The 6S Plus is still a great phone. It was so close, I even thought about not getting it, but I knew I'd be lying to myself and knowing I always have to have the latest and greatest, so I had to pick up the 7 Plus. But the 6S Plus is still a wonderful phone. It can still last all the way until next year to when a new iPhone comes out. But if you are one of those people that want the latest and greatest, as Apple says, this is the best iPhone that they have made to date. So once again, I want to thank you guys for looking at the video. Give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Comment on the video, guys. Let me know what I can do different to make the video a little bit better. This is my new setup. I do have 2 new LED lights. So hopefully there was a few people on my channel saying, hey, you know, upgrade your camera, upgrade your lights. That's coming, but I did want to do a different visual effect. So I hope this is a little bit better. But as always, guys, I will catch you next video. Later.